What up?
We did it.
We're back.
Look.
Have we ever done Checkpoint the Monday after a desert bus?
I mean, I don't recall, but I'm sure somebody who is not us and who hasn't just done Desert Bus will have a better recall of events that happen after Desert Bus.
I'm fairly certain that we have not.
I don't think so either. I would like to say thank you so much to all the volunteers who spent hours putting our studio back exactly the way it was and then making it better.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's possible that we have, but we don't remember.
That's also possible. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, back in full effect. Regular episode. Regular episode.
You started and ended Desert Bus a day early, so that helps.
We've done Friday once before, I think.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Didn't we do Friday last year? Because we ended on Thursday last year, didn't we?
No, we did not.
We ended on Friday last year?
Yeah.
Maybe the year before that we did the Friday.
I like that
it all sort of blurs together.
People, I remember afterwards people were talking about remembering that we had started on the Saturday because it meant that we had ended on the Friday, and which meant that it was Friday night or Saturday, Friday night / Saturday morning when we ended,
right,
instead of Thursday night, Friday morning, which meant that the waffle place was open late.
Right.
And everyone was very disappointed that the waffle place was not open on after this year's Desert Bus.
Right, we did that, yeah. We were like, hey, let's go get waffles. Oh. But then we got waffles after the party, which was great.
Yeah.
Somebody was asking how the food that Teller brought was. It was awesome. We got Indian buffet, and it was delicious, and there was a lot of it.
So good.
And yeah, I have some of it in my fridge.
Same.
Oh my God. Okay.
We took leftover lamb curry
I had
home.
delicious lamb curry as well.
Yeah.
Paul, I need to tell you about a Sisyphean task that I took on. There's a huge amount of lamb curry left. Because we bought a bunch of Tupperware. There's a little bit of lamb curry left after the Tupperware filled up. And it got put into like a nacho tray, essentially. And then it had a lid, but it didn't really fit, and it wasn't like structurally sound.
It's like one of the aluminum shell casserole dishes with the clear plastic lid.
Yeah, it was not fit for carrying an enormous amount of lamb curry.
Yeah.
So what I did was put it on top of an empty pizza box.
And the bottom was bowing.
Yeah, and then carried that to Waffles, and then all the way back to my house, like 10 blocks. And everybody's like, really? You're carrying this home? And I'm like, this is so much free food. I can't let it go to waste. It was like it's like 6 meals worth of lamb curry, and I was like, no. So 4 portions are in the freezer and 2 are in our fridge.
And then the on the way home, a big gust of wind kicked up and blew the lid off, and Matt was rendered completely useless with laughter because Kathleen was holding it like this, and it went and just took off down the road. So Joe, Engineer Joe, was like,
yeah, Engineering Joe heroically sprinted for this lid, and I was just sitting there going, holding it,
you were just
laughing.
Like, what do I do?
Going, okay, 1, I can't drop it because this is still so much free food. 2, oh God, please don't let the wind blow just a huge mountain of lamb curry into my face and down my jacket.
It was amazing.
But I was fine.
Just Kathleen frozen in thought, Matt doubled over laughing, and then Joe Trollo just like chasing this thing. He almost got it once, and it skipped and kept. It was like half the way down the block.
The sacrifices one must make for lamb curry.
Exactly.
The curry gods do not give things up easily.
It was.
No.
But it's worth it.
It was honestly totally. It was really funny once I realized I wasn't going to get a face.
Hey Joe.
Oh really?
Escape lid, not on my watch.
Oh well, thank you, Joe. And once that had all been resolved, we all had a good laugh because it was literally almost a disaster, but very funny.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then I carried that all the way home, and I don't live very close to Waffles. And then Graham took over because it was so windy, and then both of our hands hurt.
It was more my wrists and shoulders from making sure to hold it flat because it was a little sloshy, right? And so I didn't want to like tip it up and then get curry all down my sweater. Anyway,
just for those of you watching at home,
there's curry in the wind.
how does this all sound?
Yeah, because we had a whole desert bus in here like 3 days ago.
Yeah.
Well, and also the whole the mixing board was completely reconfigured for Desert Bus, and so I had to reset it, and so I'm not totally sure that. I just want to double check that the settings are.
Everything seems fine.
Oh, I see Lee in there too. Everything, yeah, no complaints. Sound is good. You sound fine. Sound good. Sounds nice. How much glitter's left?
None that I can see, but it'll turn up. It's never going to be gone. But yeah, for those keeping score at home, the driver chair was like here.
Yeah.
Like right here. The cameras was facing that way. It was a different angle on the room, but we got it back. AFK set's ready for Tinker Tailor tonight. The set's here. Good. We'll talk about Tinker Tailor later. Should we do the checkpoint?
Yes.
Alrighty.
I mean, we wrote all these stories. It'd be a shame not to read them out.
Right? What a waste. Alrighty, let's give it a go.
Prompter still working?
Yeah. That's fresh.
Keen.
I guess I should take off my hoodie.
You do you. Do you know the intro?
Mm-hmm.
That line. That's your line.
Yeah.
Yeah, you could be one of those presenters that wears a hoodie. One of the many news readers that wears hoodies.
Yeah. Vice News up in here. I'll put it on for the after show. I'll look semi-professional.
All right.
Semi-professional.
Ready?
Yes.
All right.
You just got a tweet that when you said, "What's up?" someone at home involuntarily dabbed.
Get
Good.
that looked at.
What's happening to me?
All right.
Thank you, Synthetica. Really appreciate that.
Oh, and 250 bits from Hot Pole Studios saying, "Yay, Lur is back."
Yeah. Oh my God, this subtrain is 63.
Let's get things rolling.
We're excited. All right, here we go. Today, will memes save Sonic Forces from joining its predecessors in obscurity? This is Checkpoint.
Sorry. Double audio.
Oh.
Double audio. That's okay. You could also probably kill the air.
I know why that happened.
Double audio
Spaceballs.
all across the sky.
Double audio across the sky.
Double audio, what does it mean?
Ooh, so intense. Paul's gone, by the way. He just left. He's going to turn off the air conditioning.
And goes auto.
But he knows why the double audio happened, and he can fix it. Because he's Paul.
Did that turn off?
It might take a second.
I miss Paul. Me too, Two Flower. Wait, I can see. No, he went back behind the bookcase again.
A lot of people.
Hmm?
Why does Kathleen get all the light and Graham get nothing? I guess I'm a little bit more lit here than Graham is, just by a function of the studio
I'm pretty
lights.
lit, fam. No, it's because
It's because I'm ultra reflective.
She's so pale.
It's just that.
See, like I'm not getting much more light if I move. It's just.
Also,
Your side of the desk is a little
If
darker
I took
than
this
that
jacket
side.
off,
yeah, I guess your side of the desk might be slightly darker.
if y'all want to see some pale arms, like I'm here for you. It's the winter in Canada, and even in the summer, I try not to go outside. So
Going outside. So I mean, like.
I like to keep my skin supple.
There we
Yeah,
are.
there we go. Doop, 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 doop.
Kathleen is still too tired to be properly evil. I am very tired because I stayed up way too late last night worrying about something incredibly stupid.
All right. Ready?
Yes.
Okay, let's do
One
it.
more time.
So the audio should not be doubled now.
Great.
And I will do a local record.
Oh, yes.
Oh, yeah.
Do that, please.
Flawless victory, flawless start. It's like we never stopped doing this because we were
Yup.
never that good at starting in the first place.
Ben just posted to the Tech Issues channel saying that the noise gate on the mics seems a little aggressive. Managed to catch us just in time.
I mean, I believe him.
I don't even know how...
He's listening, I'm not.
Yeah, I don't know what a noise gate does. Is it if I get too loud?
No, it's the opposite. It's
Is it if I get too quiet?
it's that you don't actually get picked up if you're quiet because it's gating the noise.
I can say whatever I want.
Everybody in chat's so wonderful and nice.
I know, right?
They'll never hear this.
We can't let them know. It might go to their head.
Exactly. Gotta keep it on the DL.
Good. I'm glad we agree. Hey, what's up, Chad? I'm indifferent. Quad audio. The fabled Quadio.
The Audi Quadio.
The new Quadio by Audi.
Okay. I guess I could have. Right, the chat TV is still going to be looking at the Desert Bus thing.
Oh, right. That's why I pulled this iPad. We have a thing for that. Well, whatever. We're here now. All right. Are you okay with audio-wise?
It sounds okay.
Pew, pew. All
Let's
right.
get this show started.
Hopefully, it is okay.
Cool.
Here we go.
Today, will memes save Sonic Forces from joining its predecessors in obscurity? This is Checkpoint.
Welcome to Checkpoint. We're back from Desert Bus, and I just want to say a quick shout out to all the real gaming journalists who gave us coverage during the run.
Like our friends at Poly, Space Gone, you may not have always gotten all the information or our name right, but really any coverage is super appreciated.
As you're...
Oh, sorry. I went to the wrong one.
All right,
That's okay.
let me start my story again, please.
Yeah.
I apologize.
What's happening? All right, go for it, Kathleen.
As you're probably aware, Animal Crossing Pocket Camp is the new mobile hotness. P.S. My friend code is 8343-8524370. Add me. So it didn't take long for people to figure out how to make the delightfully wholesome game super disturbing. Turns out if you put a chair down, villagers will sit in it even if it's not actually accessible. So, of course, now people are making pocket camp prisons and oubliettes. I wonder if you entrap KK Slider in your camp if he'll just play Hotel California forever.
Epic Games has been raising some eyebrows for taking some heavy legal action against cheaters in its game Fortnite, bringing the full weight of the law against players who contravene the game's end-user license agreement to cheat and make the game crappy and bad for everyone else. Specifically, they've filed 6 suits against people creating, distributing, or promoting cheats. Nobody has the time to sue every cheater, but they have found the time to sue a couple of them, one of whom is 14 and deeply unapologetic about the whole thing, saying in a YouTube video that because the cheats are freely available and, quote, fucking everywhere, that his actions are excusable. Besides, he doesn't cheat to win, only for fun. Quote, I'm not trying to ruin the community, Caleb Sky Orbit Rogers said. Quote, I just cheat for fun. Rogers has been banned from Fortnite 14 times and repeatedly streams himself cheating and hacking. An interesting point is that this particular lawsuit is not actually about using cheats, rather it relates to YouTube's implementation of the Digital Millennium Copyright Act. Epic flagged a takedown on one of Rogers' videos because it was a literal explanation of how to cheat in Fortnite, and Rogers disputed the claim. When a video creator disputes a DMCA claim like that, the claimant's 2 options are to allow the video to stay up or take the creator to court, and that's what they've done. It's entirely possible, and in fact very likely, that Epic had zero idea that Rogers even was underage. Such is the nature of YouTube. In a statement from Rogers' mother, she argues that Epic's Fortnite end-user license agreement doesn't cover minors, so the whole thing is moot. But the EULA makes no conditions of any kind for age. It just says that if you don't agree with it, you can't download the software. So, while Epic sues 14-year-old is a very catchy headline, it, like most things online, has more nuance involved. All of that said, and speaking as someone who was threatened with a lawsuit by Toys R Us when I was underage, I don't see this particular suit actually going anywhere for Epic, but who knows? Maybe Caleb Rogers will learn that actions have consequences, even online.
Sonic Forces is apparently not very good, but Sega and Sonic Team still want you to play it, and remember that it exists, so they've introduced a new cosmetic item. All custom-created characters can now wear a Sonic shirt. Yes, Sonic, the MS Paint thing. It's now basically canon. I'm glad Sonic Team have reached fuck nirvana. They have extinguished all fucks from the very cores of their souls, and now their mind is totally clear of the concept of giving a shit about keeping the real Sonic separate from the internet's twisted mirror version. and a calm has come across them. And so they can finally give the fans what they truly want, a Sonic shirt on their erotic RP character that's been rendered in the official game. Namaste, Sonic Team.
Big news for the biggest game of the year as PUBG Corp, the new in-house branch of Bluehole that exclusively deals with PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds, has announced they've reached a deal with Chinese publisher and cyberpunk megacorporation Tencent to finally bring Brendan Grendon's Battlegendon to the Chinese market. Officially, anyway. It's not like Chinese players weren't playing it, but now they can do it legally. A big part of the negotiations stemmed from the game's content, which China's content regulatory body previously stated that the game deviated from socialist core values and probably wouldn't see a Chinese release. The content will now be altered, according to a statement from Tencent, to align, quote, with socialist core values, Chinese cultural tradition, and moral rules. There is no indication at all as to what this means, because dump 100 people on an island and have them fight to the death doesn't seem to make any particular ideological statement. Maybe capitalism, but I'd expect more I would have expected a more robust sharing economy. We can make some educated guesses, though. Tencent's biggest games publishing competitor, NetEase, had previously made changes to their own Battleground-style game to add red banners into the game's backgrounds with socialist slogans on them, so it could end up being a weird version of Comrade Unknown's Ideology Grounds that plays the same as PUBG we're used to, but just has a lot of Chinese propaganda spray-painted on all the buildings. Another issue is the violence, which Tencent found themselves in trouble for earlier this year when their game Honor of Kings, China's #2 most downloaded mobile game, was criticized for getting children hooked on violence, forcing Tencent to implement a game curfew for underage players. Considering the entire point of Plunder Under's Battlegrunder is killing 99 other people and making that feel awesome, I'm not sure how they're going to bridge that particular gap. Maybe instead of killing them, you can just tranquilize people and then they get taken somewhere to learn about Chinese socialism. Although now that I say it out loud, that sounds bad too.
Pokemon Go reminded everyone it existed and that Gen 3 still isn't out yet with a global catch challenge last week. Players had 6 days to catch 3 billion Pokemon, and their reward was global spawns of the ultra-rare Japanese regional Farfetch'd. Meanwhile, Niantic's reward was presumably a player base that was reinvigorated and only slightly marred by blisters and head colds. And I can say that the player base was excited. I saw no less than 10 people turn on Pokemon Go, catch a single Farfetch, and then immediately quit the app. So that's a 100% improvement over last week. So, in your first story,
Yeah.
Toys R Us threatened to sue you?
Yep, and 16 years later, one of us is filing for bankruptcy, and it ain't me. Winner.
Coming up, now that purchasable loot boxes are out of Star Wars Battlefront 2, players have figured out you can slowly farm credits by... This is not the right... Everything is wrong.
Man, Star Wars Battlefront 2, they took a weird creative change.
Yeah.
This could be happening on a planet in the Star Wars universe.
Absolutely.
You don't know. You don't know.
Yeah. Remember when the orcs took over Coruscant?
No. I thought that got retconned out of canon
Let me just go ahead
when they
and
killed the
search
extended universe books.
Paul, just go ahead and
that. Place that.
do my job properly.
And I was like, oh no, I screwed up. We'll have to do it again.
It's okay. I want to redo my epic story that wasn't about epic. The other one.
Your PUBG story.
Yeah.
The font is a little small, I think,
For
on the
prompter?
teleprompters.
Oh, I can make it bigger.
Yeah.
Here.
It's definitely giving me a little bit of trouble. And I think
How's
it needs...
this?
That's better. And I also think overall, Paul, because this is a homebrew teleprompter system, we need greater leading between the lines.
Okay.
I think a little bit more space between the lines would make it way
actually
easier
a little
to
bit
read.
more. Yeah, that might actually help a little bit. Yeah.
Yeah,
I
just
hadn't
for
thought of that.
readability.
Can do.
Neat.
Leading,
The
if you're
one
not
thing.
familiar with it, is the space between lines, and kerning is the space between letters.
Yeah. The other thing was that the TV did blip out during
My first story. Yeah.
during the epic story.
So just
which
redo
makes me
everything.
I could just redo both my stories.
Makes me very sad.
Yeah.
For some reason, since we reset the office, we're having a problem with that TV that I don't know. For some reason,
I just hope it's not the HDMI cable that's run up the wall through the ceiling and down the wall.
the graphics card on this computer seems to be having some issues running 4 monitors at once, which is odd because it was fine before.
Oh,
So anyway,
Anyway, right, you ready for the coming up?
I am.
Okay.
okay, here we go. So let's start with that.
Coming up, now that why did I put that word in there if I can't say it?
I don't know.
One more time. I'm so sorry.
What a great clip.
Yeah, just the rotating.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Coming up, now that loot boxes are out of Star Wars Battlefront 2, players have figured out you can slowly farm credits by just keeping your character moving. And to that end, people are putting rubber bands around their controllers and just letting the game run for hours at a time. Maybe this whole loot box controversy was just a ploy by Big Rubber Band. Do you want
All
me to
right.
do the prompter for you while you're reading your story?
No, that's okay.
I like that she
I'll
look
find
she
it.
looks like somebody told her that there was like that she got something on her back,
Yeah,
and so
no,
she's trying
right
to
there. Right there. It's just turn around.
I've
Turn
seen
around. You'll get
Baxter
it.
do that move when
Yeah.
something's stuck in his tail.
All right, time to redo both of those big stories of mine. Let's
All right.
let's go.
Actually, one sec. Let me just make sure that the
BRB stands for Big Rubber Band. Says quite a few people in chat. Like Richter42 and featuring me.
okay, ready to go.
You can read it.
Yeah,
Just all right.
I'll read.
Okay.
All right, here we go.
Epic Games has been raising some eyebrows for taking heavy legal action against cheaters in its game Fortnite, bringing the full weight of the law against players who contravene the game's end-user license agreement to cheat and make the game crappy and bad for everyone else. Specifically, they've filed 6 suits against people who are creating, distributing, or promoting cheats. Nobody has time to sue every cheater, but they have found time to sue a couple of them, one of whom is 14 and deeply unapologetic about the whole thing, saying in a YouTube video that because the cheats are freely available and, quote, fucking everywhere, that his actions are excusable. Besides, he doesn't cheat to win, only for fun. Quote, I'm not trying to ruin the community, Caleb Skyorbit Rogers said. Quote, I just cheat for fun. Rogers has been banned from Fortnite 14 times and repeatedly streams himself cheating and hacking. An interesting point is that this particular lawsuit is not about using cheats, rather it relates to YouTube's implementation of the Digital Millennium Copyright Act. Epic flagged a takedown on one of Rogers' videos because it was a literal explanation of how to use cheats in Fortnite, and Rogers disputed the claim. When a video creator disputes a DMCA claim like that, the claimant's 2 options are to allow the video to stay up or take the creator to court. And that's what they've done. It's possible, and in fact very likely, that Epic had zero idea Rogers even was underage, such is the nature of YouTube. In a statement from Rogers' mother, she argues that Epic's Fortnite end-user license agreement doesn't cover minors, so the whole thing is moot. But the EULA makes no conditions of any kind for age, it just says that if you don't agree to it, you can't download the software. So while Epic Games sues 14-year-old is a very catchy headline, like most things online, there's more nuance involved. All of that said, and speaking as someone who was threatened with a lawsuit by Toys R Us when I was underage, I don't see this particular suit actually going anywhere for Epic, but who knows? Maybe Caleb Rogers will learn that actions have consequences, even online. And then the other one.
Basically, should go from Kathleen's.
It doesn't actually matter because it cuts in.
Oh, okay.
Though wait till she's finished yawning.
Never. I'll never finish yawning.
I know. That's my secret.
I'm always yawning.
I'm always yawning. Okay. All right. Are you good?
Yes.
Okay. Whenever you're ready, Paul. Big news for the biggest game of the year, as PUBG Corp, the new in-house branch of Bluehole that exclusively deals with PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds, has announced they've reached a deal with Chinese publisher and cyberpunk megacorporation Tencent to finally bring Brendan Grendon's Battlegendon to the Chinese market. Officially, anyway. It's not like Chinese players weren't playing it, but now they can do it legally. A big part of the negotiations stemmed from the game's content, with China's content regulatory body previously saying the game severely deviated from socialist core values and probably wouldn't see a Chinese release. That content will now be altered, according to a statement from Tencent, to align with, quote, socialist core values, Chinese cultural tradition, and moral rules. There's no indication at all what this means, because dump 100 people on an island and have them fight to the death doesn't seem to make any particular ideological statement. Maybe capitalism, but I'd expect a more robust sharing economy. We can make some educated guesses, though. Tencent's biggest games publishing competitor NetEase had previously made changes to their own Battleground-style game to add red banners into the game's backgrounds with socialist slogans on them, so it could end up being a weird version of Comrade Unknown's ideology grounds that plays the same as the PUBG we're used to, just has a lot of Chinese propaganda spray painted on the buildings. Another issue is the violence, which Tencent found themselves in trouble for earlier this year when their game Honor of Kings, China's #2 most downloaded mobile game, was criticized for getting children hooked on violence, forcing Tencent to implement a game curfew for underage players. Considering the entire point of Plunder Under's Battlegrunder is killing 99 other people and making that feel awesome, I'm not sure how they're going to bridge that particular gap. Maybe instead of killing them, you could just tranquilize people and then they could get taken somewhere to learn about Chinese socialism, though now that I say that out loud, that sounds bad too.
Good job.
These stories have so much going on.
You did great.
Thank you, Kathleen.
You did great.
Thank you, Kathleen. Cha-cha-cha.
Doesn't really scan.
Doesn't really scan. I was about to start writing a third story about the Destiny 2 experience thing, and I was like, this one's also going to be giant and long, and Paul was like, I don't think you have time.
Also,
so I wrote 3 stupid short stories.
Yeah.
What I didn't touch in, because we'll go back and talk, what I didn't touch on in my Animal Crossing story is that also lamps are programmed that players, that villagers will stand next to them and turn them on and off, so you can make lamp cults if you put enough lamps out.
So
it's not as funny as the little oubliettes
it's a weird
that
game.
people are making. I've never played an Animal Crossing game before.
I love the description. I think as Heather was telling me that it's this world that you have these incredibly materialistic, judgmental friends.
Yeah.
Where they're like, no, I'm not going to come over to your house.
Your rug isn't nice enough.
I don't like your couch.
Yeah.
I don't.
It's like if you buy this particular couch, then I will deign to grace you with my presence.
Yeah, Chrissy Teigen, supermodel, cookbook author.
Oh, I
general
love it.
famous
I love
person,
her tweets about Animal
is
Crossing.
real mad. She's just like, this is a sandwich without meat. This is a car without wheels. This is not real Animal Crossing. And all of these villagers suck because they're all super materialistic. And yeah, I don't.
And then her next tweet was, also I've spent $120.
Yeah, but she also is like, this game sucks and I'm deleting it, right? For her to spend $120 is like.
Isn't the thing with all the animals asking you for stuff? Isn't that normal for Animal Crossing?
Yeah, but I'm given to believe that you experience less of the animal personalities. You fulfill a request for them and you get a friendship level increase and you get more materials so you can craft more things, so they'll come visit your camp so you can get more requests for them and level up their friendship level. But the thing is, I'm not really getting a clear picture of the animal personalities, because everywhere you just want to talk to them, they just tell you tips about the game that you've heard 6 times before. So I'm like, I don't care why I should hang out with this guy rather than this guy.
And it's like, you seem like a kind of crappy person. I don't know if I want to be your friend.
Yeah,
teaching kids the cold hard truths about living on your own in the middle of late stage capitalism.
Also, there's, I don't think you can make them not like you. You can kick them out of your house, but that doesn't actually decrease their friendship with you.
Oh yeah, see, normal Animal Crossing doesn't have friends who care about your decor, so you have to just comment on it, right?
Okay.
All right, let me stop the recording.
All right. So, stories first, Toys R Us story later?
Sure, yeah.
Yes. Tex is the best animal. Picante. But, like, aside from, like, having a couple catchphrases, they don't seem to have any, like, distinct personalities. Like, all of the cute ones say the same things. All of the
Picante.
sporty ones
That
say...
sounds a lot like spicy.
Yeah, say the same things. It's just kind of like... They're kind of disappointing. Like, I'm not sure why people are attached to these characters, but having...
No, I need it too.
But having never played an Animal Crossing game, I can tell you, like, that noise they make is amazing, and I love it.
So, yeah, speaking of Animal Crossing, yeah, you can put people in an oubliette. That was basically that whole story.
Yes.
The Epic Games thing, they this one's pretty quick because I went over pretty much everything in the story. They filed suit against 2 people some months ago, and then another 4 recently, and mostly it's people who sell or distribute or promote cheats, not actual cheaters. But this one was like they said when asked for comment, it was Epic was like, no, we're not suing them for that. This is a DMCA thing. And obviously they didn't talk to a lawyer, the Rogers family, because the lawyer's first thing would be, don't put up like vlog going, yeah, I did it, but I only did it for fun.
Yeah, like, I feel like Epic can't really sue a 14-year-old, but also this 14-year-old
Well, you
seems
can't,
like
yeah.
he needs a smack in the head. Stop that. Don't be such a jerk. Yeah, I'm only cheating and ruining the game for other people because it's fun for me. It's like, how about you don't? How about you don't cheat and make everybody else's life more miserable? How about that, you little shit?
Yeah, could do.
Could do, but what if not?
So he's 14.
live?
Not all
I
14-year-olds are that wretched.
You can hear me, right?
I mean, I can hear you, but I'm right here. Should I lower the cone of silence? I'll Get Smart. Kids love a good Get Smart reference. Sonic Forces now has a Sonic shirt, and I don't know. Yeah.
You are very quiet. Mostly your mic is off. Oh. I thought I turned it on. Did I not?
Yeah, we can hear you, Paul. Yeah, we hear you. I hear Paul via G's mic. Ah, okay.
Hello.
I'm sure. I feel like his mother. People are like, this seems to be like he seems to be encouraged by his mother. I feel like his mother probably didn't have a lot of idea of what her kid was doing until this happened.
Yeah, because I mean, her thing is like, if he modified the game, then it absolutely is a copyright problem. But he didn't do that because these cheats are free and you can get them anywhere. And it's like, that's not what that means.
Yeah.
If he's using cheats and hacks, then he absolutely modified the game, which is in contravention of the EULA. And just because everyone does it doesn't mean it's okay. Is basically the.
That's a good general life lesson.
Yeah.
This is probably better now that I have turned myself up on the board.
Ah, that'll be the problem. Yeah. And then the Tencent PUBG thing that's huge news because that's a massive market, and Tencent is a huge company. Reminder: Tencent owns Riot.
Mm-hmm.
If you forget about that, Tencent is enormous, and yeah, they didn't say, they just said that the content would be changed, and it's like, but what about the content? What is currently objectionable, or is it just not socialist enough?
Well, I mean, and it's that thing where it's like, if it's not so much that it's like nobody knows what's currently objectionable, because it's actually pretty obvious what's currently, like, there's a lot of stuff in it that it's like,
Yeah, violent, yeah.
They probably don't like that. But it's not clear how they can modify it while still having it be PUBG.
It's all paintball now.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Actually, speaking of which, of modifying games, there's a story about the Wolfenstein thing. That we did the story about the Wolfenstein with Hitler with no mustache.
Oh right, yeah.
So there's some people.
We turned Hitler into an angry elderly German.
Yeah. In stories we didn't talk about, there's a
a group that has made a what do they call it? A lo-fi uncensored, quote unquote, uncensored version of basically. It looks like it's basically almost like a Doom clone or something, but like made to look like Wolfenstein. But you know,
like Wolfenstein 2?
Yeah.
Okay.
But uncensored in the sense that it has Hitler with a mustache.
Wow. Oh,
Also,
actually,
it's called Wolfenstash.
speaking, by the way, of Doom stuff, there's a mod for Doom that I thought was hilarious. That you start with the pistol, but all the weapon drops are loot boxes
Oh yeah.
that require keys to unlock. And of course, because if you try, this is part of the mod. If you go to the menu, then there's a market. It's like new game, load game options, and then market. If you go to the market, it shows you the prices for keys to unlock the loot boxes. If you try to connect it, it goes like can't connect to Doom servers because it's a joke. It's not real. Though whoever made the DLC, I honestly wish that they'd somehow hooked it up to their PayPal because it's a brilliant idea. But the keys do rarely drop from enemies, so you can get the key and then go and then you get the box and it like opens and there's confetti and then you can get like the shotgun. So it's as a game as commentary, it's very good.
What I love about the Wolfenstash thing is that one thing it's called Wolfenstash, which is awesome. But it's made by a group of German people, guys, right? And so and like basically like there's a sign that you go past at the beginning where it says "Hello Germany." The German version of Wolfenstein 2, the New Colossus, does not include swastikas or Jews or Hitler or his mustache. So we're kind of guessing at what Wolfenstein 2 would play like. And then it's just like room after room of like banners with swastikas and pictures of Hitler.
Just ram it all in there.
They're like, I'm sure this is exactly what it was like.
Yeah. Oh, you have a good story about this.
Oh yeah, so we were at the Desert Bus after party. People really want to hear this Toys R Us story.
Yeah,
so
well, I'll get to it. I'm just annoyed about this monitor.
yeah, we're at the Desert Bus after party, and Heather is like, "Hey Kathleen, there's a Farfetch'd outside," and I'm like, "Yes, please. I have done nothing to contribute to this global Pokemon catch event." I mean, to be fair, it was happening during Desert Bus, right? I certainly wasn't going to play any Pokemon Go, but I did want a leak duck. So like Heather and I went out and caught one, and then like a steady stream of people as Heather circulated the room, telling people it's just like Graham runs out, Ash runs out, Sarah Mendiolo runs out, other volunteers I didn't even know play Pokemon start coming out. So it was like probably like at least 10 of us catching all this leak duck. Many people who were forced to update their apps first.
Yep.
Man, poor, you're far-fetched. You're just going out for a late night stroll, just relaxed. Maybe go get some late night waffles.
Yeah.
And then suddenly, like, billions of people are trying to grab you. Lay off.
Why the Farfetch'd? The McLaren F1 team hired a video gamer.
So
to do video gaming.
This is actually kind of cool.
Kinda. It's rad, honestly. They held a big competition. And who was it? It was 25-year-old Rudy Van Buren beat out another 30,000 hopefuls to win a contract to be basically the video gamer that tests the McLaren F1 racing sim.
So so apparently the thing with F1 cars these days is that they're so expensive and they're so precise that actually the majority of the testing happens in simulators.
Yeah.
And so they need somebody who can so this is not like he's going to be playing Forza. This is actually like a custom simulation system.
Yeah.
And the so this guy
testing time is limited by regulation.
Yeah. So this guy can get the most. I guess the idea is that in the context of a video game, this guy can perform at the level of an F1 driver.
Right.
I mean, obviously, when you're doing it for real,
It's different.
there are other considerations. But at least in the context of a video game, I mean, he can probably drive the simulator better than the actual F1 driver.
Wasn't there a story about someone, it may have been him, but I think it was someone else. There was a story about someone who started playing, it was like, I want to say Gran Turismo, or a similar game, and then became a racing driver.
Yeah.
And was really, really good because the simulation had been so good of the specific tracks that he's like, I know this track, I've played this track like 300 or 3,000, 30,000 times, and so I know how to actually drive this track.
Yeah.
And then did like surprisingly well his first year actually doing it for real just because he knew the track so well.
Yeah, that is. I forget who it was, but yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, we did a story on it. Yeah. So apparently a few F1 fans.
Yeah,
on here
iRacing.
said Master Shake. Yeah. Oh right, iRacing. Right. That was it. Yeah. I remember a story about some bald guy in Victoria driving a Le Mans in a game during the actual Le Mans. Yeah,
that was NASCAR.
Ian sure did that.
Yeah.
Yep, I came in for a bit and drove responsibly.
I came in for a bit and drove.
It didn't feel much like driving an actual car.
Right, he didn't do as well on the dirt tracks because they weren't as well simulated, right.
I came in for a bit, and I came in the afternoon and drove for about an hour. And by the next day, when I came in, Ian had almost made up all of the time that I had lost in the course of my driving.
Oh.
I am not a good driver.
He crashed quite a few times as well.
Yeah.
It turns out that in a driving game that is actually attempting to simulate real world driving conditions, as opposed to say, GTA or San Francisco Rush or something like that. Cars operate a little differently than I expected.
Seagullis, I did see that video and I retweeted it. Destiny 2.
Oh,
so
this was a big story.
So I was like away from Destiny for like a week and a half because of Desert Bus. But I don't go to the subreddit anymore because it's just miserable. It's just very angry people.
Because of this or
no, just in general. Just about anything. The first 2 or 3 days of Destiny 2 launch was amazing. Everyone was like, it's everything we've ever wanted. And then it was
the
just
complaints started rolling in.
But apparently, it was discovered through testing a couple weeks ago that Destiny 2 was basically telling you were getting so much experience and you were getting less of it in certain circumstances. It was basically like if you were leveling up slowly or even at a medium rate, you didn't actually see any change. But if you were like power leveling,
so if you were like grinding the same activities over and over again.
Yeah, if you were just like jamming it, then there was it like told you that you were getting more experience. Well, it started giving you less experience for doing the same thing.
Yeah, and it's not like level 20. It was past level 20 when you start getting the bright engrams, which are basically loot boxes.
because so past.
I just need to go and get myself a cup of coffee. I need to go get myself a cup of coffee. I'm going to mute my mic.
So the it's in the normal course of the game, you gain experience and then you hit a level, and that's level 1 through 20, which happens very quickly, at least during the normal campaign. Then after that, every time you get enough experience for a level, you get a bright engram, which is basically a Destiny 2 loot box, which you can buy with real money, but you can earn through like a reasonable amount of normal gameplay. It's not super oppressive, but it's if you're power leveling, turns out that the game is sort of fighting against you, which a lot of people had a specific problem with the Pop-Tarts promotion, because if you got the code from the box of Pop-Tarts, it doubled your experience, but it wasn't doing that if you were doing this, and so you've paid extra money for this like promotional extra that's not doing what it said.
And obviously, if you have a thing that doubles your experience, you're going to be more inclined to power level for that for that amount of time, because you're like, oh, I might as well power level now when it's going to be doubled, which is actually not happening.
Yeah. The issue here is transparency, because this is not necessarily a new tactic. It's just that they didn't tell anyone. This only came out because people were being like, this feels weird, and then doing tests and putting stuff up on YouTube and being like, look at this. This is not correct. It says I'm getting this much, and that's just not how much I'm getting. What the hell, Bungie? And like in games like this, having reduced rewards on repeating the same stuff over and over again in a period of time that's like a legitimate thing to stop people from from power leveling and grinding stuff out, and to make it so that the grind is not actually as beneficial. That's not it's debatable whether or not that's good or not, or a valid design tactic or whatever. The main problem with this instance is that Bungie didn't tell anyone. They were trying to slip it in there without anyone noticing, and they got caught, and it was very bad. And
it's not even that they didn't tell you how much experience you were gaining. They told you how much experience you were gaining, and they lied. Like, it was wrong.
Exactly. Like, yeah. They didn't tell you that this was happening. So when they said you're getting 300 experience, and you were actually getting like 150, and then a lessening amount. Like when it was starting, it's when you reached sort of the level of grind that this kicked in, it started at like 50% and went down.
Yeah.
But they still told you were getting max experience. That's like, it's real shitty. So apparently the change is that they've removed that and just made it twice as difficult to level up.
All right.
I mean,
it's again like,
if that's true, at least you know what you're getting.
Yeah, like whatever you want to do to your progression system in your game is your deal. But if you tell people you're going to do it one way, then do it that way. And then, of course, there's the extra awkwardness of the fact that you're going towards getting loot boxes. And so by doing it the way they did it, it makes it harder for people to get loot boxes, and doesn't make it clear that it's harder to get loot boxes.
The charitable explanation is that Bungie never fixed its internal communication issues. I would believe that. I mean, that could be true regardless. So didn't get a chance to go super deep on it.
Like it's
in the show, but
to be fair, I don't really see that Bungie would have that much incentive to do this. Like to deliberately do it without telling anybody. I feel like it's probably more likely to be that either they didn't think it was that big a deal to not tell anybody, or they didn't, or there's a miscommunication or whatever. Like it doesn't seem like it's that beneficial for them to be doing this and not telling people about it.
Yeah, it's entirely possible that not being open about it was in no way mercenary and was just a complete oversight and stupid ignorance. But
yeah,
that's being charitable, so who knows?
Hey,
what's with your TV monitor? The thing keeps popping up every minute or so. Yeah, we don't know what's up with that.
We may have
Since we reset from Desert Bus, something's gone wonky with this computer feeding to... This computer's feeding to 4 different monitors right now, which was fine before, but now is acting weird. Only with this one.
So we may have to look into that.
We just hope it's not the cable.
Yeah.
Because the cable goes up the wall, through the ceiling, and down the wall.
It was a huge pain in the ass.
And that was before the ceiling was in, so... Anyway. That's actually all the stories, I think. There's a little light on the ground. There was a lot of everyone knocked off for Thanksgiving, so there was a lot of retrospectives and stuff like that. But
a lot of people, there's a lot of stories on Kotaku and Polygon that were just like, remember this game? That was a fun game, wasn't it?
Yeah.
And it's like, okay, that wasn't really news, but okay, sure.
In high school, I did 3D animated shorts. I did one with Jeremy, and I did one with another guy at school, and then I did one with Paul.
Yay!
Because I was a guy in high school, I decided that I needed to give myself a fancy name way above being one person at what I was doing. So I called myself Imaginarium Studios, which is, on the face of it, a little embarrassing just to start with. But I...
You were what, 16?
Yeah, younger than that probably.
When you started, yeah.
Yeah. So Yeah, After Hours is on DVD. Is one of them just up there. So I got the website for it, Imaginariumstudios.com, with a very aggressive red and black color scheme. That website, by the way, is not mine right now. Don't bother going there. It's some artist. You can't get into it. It needs a password. I'm not entirely sure what's up with it. Anyway, Toys R Us had this line of baby products called the Imaginarium. So I get this letter from these lawyers in Quebec saying, you're not allowed to use this. We have the trademark. This is not okay. You have to stop using the name Imaginarium Studios and give us the URL or we will sue you. And I was not, I don't know how it is in the States, but in Canada, a minor, as I was at the time, is not legally allowed to like sign a legal document. So my parents were like, what is this? You can't just be like, you have to stop using it and give us your website. So yeah, that was weird. So, and it was basically like, you have 2 weeks to respond. So we were like, ugh. So we went and talked to a lawyer, and they were like, I don't think they can do this. But this was a while ago. So like, online stuff, most lawyers were like, I don't know. So we drafted a thing and sent it back. And then we didn't hear anything for like 5 months when they responded, and they were like, no, we disagree, give it to us or we'll sue you. You have 2 weeks to reply. And every time, this went on for like a year and a half. Every time we'd be like, and send it off. And there'd be nothing for like up to 8 months sometimes. And then they send it back being like, you have to reply right away.
Yeah, it's a very common sort of
legal intimidation,
bullying tactic. Yeah. For legal stuff. You hear that these days, of course, it's all about, YouTube. I mean, like we were talking about the YouTube DMCA stuff. And you get similar things where people will be like, rah, and then they'll frantically respond and then nothing. While they kind of sit there getting the ad revenue and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like this was the early 2000s this happened.
Yeah. Anyway, end result was nothing. We were like, I think it basically came to, well, we're not going to give you the website, so what do you want to do about it? And then we never heard back from them. So, yeah. And now,
and then
Toys R Us is going bankrupt.
And you just let the
Jeff
domain
Bezos'
expire. Right?
Yeah, I wish I hadn't now. I wish I hadn't let the domain expire, but eventually it wasn't relevant anymore. Like I stopped using that name, and it was just like,
yeah, whatever.
And then it came up for renewal, and I was like, And I wish I still had it now, just because it'd be funny. But yeah.
There was one other story. Capcom and Takara Tomy are teaming up for a line of
the ugliest Transformers I've ever seen.
So there's a Ryu, a Ken, an M. Bison, and a Chun-Li Transformers, and they're like reskins of actually existing Transformers.
Yeah,
they look bad.
They look like Happy Meals.
But they're so bad. Like, these are not, like, I guess, I don't know how the licensing works, because these are not the normal, like, if you go to they look like they're off-brand Transformers. Yeah. They look like
they look like GoBots. Or you shouldn't have Transformers that turn into humans, because it doesn't look right.
Well, they don't really turn into humans, though.
No, they turn into like
they're just like recolored
Street Fighters.
Yeah. Except
Chun-Li still has big thighs.
Yeah,
they got that right.
Because Chun-Li is based on RC, of course, being the only female Transformer.
Corvus has a link to the Polygon article about it.
There we are. If you want to see these things that look real bad. Like, what does it matter if you turn into a lady car or not, right? Like...
Yeah, fair question.
Why do Transformers even have genders?
I guess in the original cartoon it was just like, who's the voice actor?
Yeah.
But
So wait,
Apparently they
Ken
can also,
turns into a hot rod being not the car, not the Transformer hot rod, but a car being driven by Ken.
Oh, that's not okay. That's some sort of existential nightmare.
Oh, that's weird though. That's really strange. I didn't notice the tiny driver.
it could be, maybe it's just like a fake driver to make it look like it's normal.
Wait, Chun-Li, RC was a motorbike. That's not RC.
Nope.
She turns in.
And M. Bison is
and
Megatron.
Bison turns into a tank.
A tank and a jet, which is a weird version of Megatron.
Wow, these are all just terrible. Ken and Ryu look so stupid.
Honestly, Chun-Li looks okay. Like, I think Chun-Li might be the best looking one out of the bunch.
Oh, and Ryu turns into
A space shuttle.
a space shuttle looking jet being flown by Ryu. Why? It's so weird. RC was originally a car? I did not know that. What's going on TTSF tonight? Oh, I'm excited to tell you about that, actually.
Yeah.
Are we actually, is that the last story?
That is
I
the
believe
last
that
story.
is the last story.
All right,
I
well
have
then,
nothing else to add. I
Before
had to
we-
get coffee because I'm so tired.
before we move on to welcoming all the subs, there's a bunch of you today
take a
because
while, yeah.
we've been off for a week.
Oh, let's do some advertising. Let's do some talking about our own channel and content.
Yeah, we got a bunch of stuff coming up. We're back. We're just hitting the ground running right after Desert Bus. The studio's back up and running. We're ready to go, which is we've never really been able to be this ready to go before.
Ever.
Yeah. So we're the only stream. I guess we didn't do anything on Friday. I was gonna say the only stream we didn't do between the end of Desert Bus and now was Rhythm Cafe, but I guess that's not entirely true. Still, it's a lot faster. Anyway, tonight on Tinker Tailor Solar Fry, it is a cooking episode, and it's Christmas time. It's time for festive treats. Ian is going to be making eggnog from scratch, which I don't believe he's done before, but he's excited to try, and I'm excited
You
to
whip
see
egg
it.
whites.
Hopefully,
Fold 'em in.
hopefully it won't explode.
Yeah, I'm really excited for that because I do love.
Although if anybody
love the
can make eggnog explode,
Yeah.
I would
point.
like to try some of this homemade nog, because I find store-bought nog a little sweet, a little cloying. So I'd like it to be richer but less sugary.
Yeah.
Because like when you buy nog, like unless you buy the Island Farms, which is the best nog, like you buy the obviously your local nog brands will vary, but like here it's like you can get like Lucerne or Dairyland or Island Farms. And Island Farms, first ingredient, milk. Every other brand, water, fructose.
I hate this, by the way.
glucose,
Dairyland?
some sort of sugar and water, and it's like
Dairyland
Yuck.
has 3 varieties of eggnog. They have light, which you can just sort of ignore, because if you're going to drink eggnog, you may as well just drink eggnog. And then they have 2, classic and traditional.
oh crap!
Yeah, I'm like,
what's the difference?
yeah. and
These
one
two
of them-
words mean the same?
Yeah, one of them the first ingredient's water, one of them the first ingredient's milk. I don't. Anyway, so Ian's gonna be making eggnog, and I'm gonna be doing Stark family traditional Christmas baking, which is my dad actually is gonna be joining us on the stream. I'm very excited about that. We're gonna be doing my great grandmother's
Actual like recipe from Scotland.
Yeah, Scottish shortbread from actual Scotland. It's the recipe card we have is written down in my grandmother's handwriting, Bob's mother's recipe, because my grandfather's name is Robert. Anyway, so that we're gonna be doing the shortbread. That will be actually
and you're,
baking in our toaster oven on stream, and then we're gonna be preparing, but not baking because it takes like 3 hours to bake.
was this your grandfather or your great grandfather?
The shortbread?
Yeah.
The shortbread was my great grandmother.
Your great grandmother's recipe.
Yeah, and then the fruitcake is the other thing we're going to be making. This is Graham's staunch defense of fruitcake.
Just to be clear, Graham is saying they are going to be baking shortbread.
Yeah.
No, it's not bacon shortbread.
No. Did I say that?
No, but
Oh,
there was some
good.
confusion in the chat.
No, I think your dad would call that
No.
an abomination.
No. But we'll be preparing the fruitcake, and you're supposed to start a little earlier in the year. Usually we start around Canadian Thanksgiving because then you like unwrap it every so often and add like pour more brandy over the top of it. But you know, if you want to play along at home, I'm gonna I know it's only a few hours, but I'm debating posting the ingredients list
Just
ahead
do
of
it.
time so that people can.
The fruitcake might be
Join
a
in.
hard sell unless you happen to live next to like a bulk barn or some other store that specializes
Still,
in
it's
like just
really good. It's
all of those things.
Fruitcake gets a bad rap, and I'm here to stand up for it. So that's tonight on Tinker Tailor. I'm really excited about
The
that.
shortbread is delicious,
Shortbread's
though.
really good.
I don't even like shortbread that much, and it's real good.
It's so good. Tomorrow on New Day Tuesday, what's happening?
I believe Beej is going to be playing the game that he was going to try to play
Hey, Beej.
last time on New Day
Beej!
Tuesday.
What are you playing?
But ended up playing Mario instead
'cause it took
because
forever
I
to
couldn't
download.
the stupid thing.
It'll do 2+.
It'll do 2+.
It'll do 2+.
It'll do. It'll do 2. So that's Beej is going to be playing that, and then I believe there's going to be one more PUBG. game on
PUBG,
Tuesday.
yeah,
Back to the PUBG.
Back to the PUBG because
There'll be more Destiny, I'm sure, but
maybe they can mantle things.
oh right,
Is
yeah,
that
they can
86,
mantle them.
Graham?
and
Are,
vault
are you a
things.
Stark of Clan Robertson?
Yes. That Stark is Clan Rob. If Scottish, Stark is Clan Robertson. Yes, and Saunders is
Not.
not. Well, no, it's not Robertson. But what was
Maybe
the,
you're from rival clans.
It's what's the whole deal? No, it's Saunders is
Saunders actually means like someone else's servant.
yes. Yeah, well Saunders is it's Alexander's as in belongs to Alexander or of the Alexander.
Right.
So they were like, I think the Saunders clan or the Saunders group was like they were related to, they were like a sub clan or something.
Mm-hmm.
But
Anyway.
Alexander's and just then goes to Sanders, which then goes to Saunders.
Wednesday, I believe everything's back normal. So 9 o'clock, first thing in the morning with James playing Minecraft. Let's Nope this week. Alex and Ben are playing Bendy?
The ink.
Bendy and the Ink Machine or whatever it's called.
Yeah.
Yeah, they've had that in the hopper for a while. And then this week we're going to do a Crossing the Streams. Don't know what it's going to be yet, but we decided we're going to do Crossing the Streams. Because we haven't decided, maybe we'll end up doing an AFK. Who knows? But something on Wednesday night. Thursday, 18 Games and Counting, LRMTG. We can play some Iconic Masters. Talking Simulator is... They said what that was, and now I don't remember.
I believe they're continuing with the last one they did.
Yeah.
Yes, which was that other thing, that game. Wait. It just says Talking Simulator.
Soma?
Soma?
Yeah,
Soma, cool. And then Friday, Now Kiss.
Now Kiss should be wrapping up Magical Diary Horse Hall or whatever it's called.
Oh, good.
And then
It's actually really good so far. This is my favorite game I've played on stream yet.
Yeah.
Heather and I have to and I discovered that I have a weakness for dating games. If you give me a character named Damien, I will date them.
Huh. All right.
That was my Dream Daddy pick. My pick in this game.
And we'll check in with Horse Bando.
We'll be checking in with Horse Bando to the bitter end.
So you're playing two different horse dating games right now.
No. No, the Horse Bando, you actually are dating a horse. Don't ask.
No, I've seen it. I was on the stream.
But the other one is just Magical Diary Horse Hall or whatever it's actually called. It's like you're at not Hogwarts and your house is horse.
Right.
Instead of
I remember that.
Gryffindor.
Yeah, it's not Hogwarts.
You're at not warts.
And then the crapshoot. That could have been worse.
Crapshoot
And then Friday night
Lids.
is live drafting
of
Iconic Masters.
Iconic Masters.
So
So
should be good.
Should be good.
We almost started dating an alpaca. Oh right, that game was just
No,
bad.
we were.
game sucked.
We didn't almost like we were in a full-fledged relationship with an alpaca.
Yeah, it just was really
But
boring.
the fact that it was an alpaca.
How does that happen? I was in a full-fledged relationship with an alpaca. It was boring.
Because you're in a relationship with you're in a very nice relationship with a young lady,
Yeah.
and then you go to an alpaca farm, and on the
For,
way
like, a
back
date.
from the alpaca farm, she is now an alpaca,
Yep.
Yeah.
and there's no explanation as to why, and so you
Okay.
spend most of the rest of the game investigating the fact that she's an alpaca.
No. You
And-
spend
and-
most of the rest of the game planning your stupid school
Well,
festival.
yes, that's true. That's
and
true.
not investigating the fact that she's an alpaca. And it's so boring.
And you're being very confused by the fact that nobody else appears to believe that she's an alpaca.
Weird. Anyway,
But also not telling anybody that you see them as an alpaca, that you see her as an alpaca. So it's entirely possible that you're just insane.
oh good.
Yeah, the game was essentially about a high school maid cafe. Your girlfriend just happened to be an alpaca. Paca Plus gets big thumbs down from me.
And last thing before the subs, just because I saw a couple people talk about it in the chat, you'll want to head if you haven't had a chance to pick up the Desert Bus merch yet, and you still want to, head over to store.desertbus.org. The poster, the Desert Bus 10 photo book, the Shift playmat, and the limited edition Penny Arcade pin. We're going to be taking those offline in the next day or two, so we can actually start producing them and shipping them.
To be fair, I mean the rest of the things are basically limited edition too, really.
Yeah, that's true. It's just with Penny Arcade, limited edition is a specific.
I mean, I guess we're making as many as we do for the other ones.
Yeah, in fact,
There's very few pins left, I would guess.
Yeah.
So so that'll be, we'll take those off at the end of the day, and once they're gone, I mean, I guess next year the playmat will probably come back, but that's all you got.
Yeah.
So make sure you get it if you want to get it.
Hit that up.
And if you want to get these, and if you are like, this would make a great Christmas present, I'm
true.
not saying don't. I'm saying that maybe what you want to do is print out a picture, because maybe some of that stuff will get to
Potentially.
you on time.
Potentially
sort of
they
depends,
could.
but don't count on it.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I just don't want to let anybody down.
The
Right?
other loading ready run merch should arrive in time.
Yeah, the pins
Yes.
should be fine, but
And the posters are pretty
but
quick to produce.
well, but a lot of the stuff, like the posters and some of the other things, haven't are like printed as needed.
Yeah.
yeah.
Magister MyStacks, if you put in the wrong shipping address, you can contact the help email address is lrrstore@pmcfulfillment.com. All right, shall we begin this subtrain?
Let us do this.
Choo choo.
Choop choo.
Libix Annie, thank you for 19 months.
Togashita Ruda for 47 months says, I am so glad to have folks like you all on the internet. It gives me hope. Support art.
Support art.
Yeah.
I agree.
Thank
So
you.
glad you folks are on the internet and not real.
Pedro DeMoth with a 5-month resub. 5-month resub. Welcome back.
Zerg539 for 10 months.
Mirnus for 47 months says, Open Gangnam Style.
K Small Moon, a new subscriber. Welcome to the channel, K Small Moon.
Bud AV for 9 months. Welcome. Thank you.
Edgar Ware for 13 months.
Drop a train on him. Blind Prophet 32 with an 8-month resub. Welcome back.
Blue Mage 76 for 14 months.
The Architect Unstructured for 45 months.
Margie Argie with a 6-month resub. Welcome back.
Jidor for 43 months. Congrats on a fantastic desert bus and a frankly ludicrously fast recovery time.
Sir Slips for 6 months, all thanks to the volunteers.
Yeah, big time. The G.C. Smith with a 3-month resub. Woo, 3 months. Hope you've recovered from Desert Bus. I'm pretty okay about it.
Kamorix for 3 months. Thank you.
Eclipsion for 47 months. That's an evolution I haven't seen. Congratulations on a successful Desert Bus for Hope.
The Salt-Powered Admiral.
Choo,
Welcome to the
choo.
channel. You'll be at home.
Guess what my
Reynard
shit
Recca for 11 months. 1 more month, something, something. Lovely to have you back. DB was the absolute business.
It was the business.
Delta V for 20 months. Woo!
Rower with a 12-month resub. The 1 year. Hearts
Nice.
to you too.
Dodd Left-Handed for 8 months.
JS1813 for 9 months.
Arimon with a 6-month resub. Welcome back.
Sarah Serendi
Serende.
Serende.
for 34 months. Thanks, friend.
Thank you, Sarah.
Paranundrox for 27 months saying the sub train was down, so I had to take the bus. Here's to another amazing desert bus. It was very
I guess
good.
the train was down for about a week, yeah. Anti-Crepuscular with a 6-month resub. Saved my sub for the post-Desert Bus train, and I can't think of anything to say. I'll just get in the sea now.
No, you don't have to get in the sea.
You. Jump scare.
Gaxness for 3 months.
Kazman20A for 15 months.
Woo! John Dare with a 46-month resub, and so we return to normal post-DB streaming. Can't wait for DB 2018.
Hunter Prime for 1 whole year, feeling those post-Desert Bus blues.
Well, we're here for you.
E.C. Jones, 1975 for 47 months, says resub, codename obvious Hitman 47 joke.
Underscore with a 34-month resub for $4.99. I challenge you to news. Mark is accepted and completed.
Derek ____G for 12 months, 1 whole year. Hooray, it's my anniversary. And there's other stuff.
Welcome back.
Real Wormbo for 11 months, restored studio hype.
Hype. Wings of the Lost with a 47-month resub. Welcome back.
Psychic Ketchup for 45 months. You folks are awesome. So are you.
Oddly Harmless for 11 months, says 11 months? Isn't that like a year?
Not quite.
But close.
RF232 with a 34-month resub. Checking the points. Woohoo. Checking points. Woo.
Mr. Foxhound is a new subscriber.
Checkpoints. Woo.
Cheeto Jack for 41 months says, I've been told these messages are like black magic.
Kid Spanner, 47-month resub. So what have y'all been up to the past week? Hibernating.
Stuff.
Yeah.
Not much.
Torvendi for 13 months. Thank you for Desert Bus, everybody. Also, over a year.
Every year.
Bahamut Wise for 5 months.
Is an Insect, 21-month resub, live from Victoria, BC. Loading Ready Run presents Checkpoint. Buchan marches in. Oh. That would startle me.
Miki Alice is a new subscriber. Welcome.
Welcome, Miki Alice.
Kiwi Jelly for 6 months says, woo, another Desert Bus. What day is it and whose clothes am I wearing? It's Monday and hopefully yours.
Raven's Shade with a 16-month resub, post-DB sub month.
Mad Dog M for 16 months, Bengineering 1 Desert Bus.
Oh, I didn't know it was a competition.
Super Snail TV is a new subscriber.
BT Edda, 27-month resub. Good work with that bus thing. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah, proud of it.
Flying Ultra Car for 28 months. Nice to be back after Desert Bus. Even not having won prizes or gotten Paul to re-sing my Same Moi Rewrite, I feel delighted and proud to have participated in the experience.
Yay.
Nazar86 for 7 months.
Sir Mr. B with a new subscriber. Welcome to the channel, Sir Mr. B.
He's a Mr. B.
The Lord of Elba for 7 months.
Safari Man with a 10-month resub.
CF Preston for 8 months.
What? I had to get in there. Chrono 2X for 38 months. Free lamb curry is always worth it. Yes, it is.
It's really good, too. Exhausted Elox with a 39-month resub. Whoa, 39 months already? That's what that says. I'd believe it.
Predmid for 37 months. Hello, everyone.
Hello.
Jihid. That guy. Checkpoint. Fun times. I'm sorry.
Contingent Cat with a 4-month resub. First stream after Desert Bus. Air horn.
Scala Kitty for 36 months. Yay, 3 years of LRR good times.
Nice.
Euripides for 37 or 36 months says post DB hype.
Another 3 years. Lance Cross, 47 months. Thanks to the stream so soon after Desert Bus. We're happy to be back at it.
Yeah, me too.
Jedi Transmit for 5 months. Post DB compression going well, I hope.
Aquarionics for 43 months says 43 is a centered heptagonal number. I believe you.
You could be telling me that, yeah. Damn, I am pretty with a 19-month resub. Thanks for being awesome badasses and stuff. Cheers.
Joe Insurgent for 26 months.
Thermos for 24 months says, I prefer Poly, Gone over PC, Gamer personally.
Jay Griffins with a 15-month resub. 50 months, that's 5 glorious months 3 times over. And that's great, comrade. Wow.
Slopopotamus.
What a great username.
For 8 months.
Just a conspiracy for 3 months says 3 months onward to 4.
Dread Imperatrix Aegea with a 5-month resub says, yay, Graham and Kathleen.
And Paul.
And Paul. Well, you weren't on camera
Played
yet.
this for 8 months.
Paul was over there at the time.
Yeah. Snowbound for 14 months.
Lady Desco with a 9-month resub. Welcome back, Lady Desco.
Beta Z for 28 months.
Tino Didrikson for 25 months says, trivia, the name of Pachisi, The national board game of India is derived from the Hindi word for pachis, meaning 25.
Really? We're learning so much. Silently One Now with a 21-month resub. Points after bus. Points after bus.
We did it.
D-Links for 4 months.
Mad Remedy for 14 months.
Spicy Dungus with an 11-month resub.
Spicy.
Pharmacist
Spicy.
Judge for 33 months. Had fun watching the bus.
Yeah.
Glad you did.
Kikazi for 39 months says 3 to the power of 3 plus 3 times 10 equals an integer, but a small fraction of the way along what is to be expected to be a very long number line. Yay, math jokes. Shrug.
The Panda Man 2000 with a 10-month resub. Welcome back.
The Moat Man is a new subscriber. Welcome, the Moat Man.
Immoral Ethicist for 13 months says welcome back from DB. You guys did great. Pats on the back all around.
Hey, Mr. Horrible with a 41-month resub. Welcome back, Mr. Horrible.
Tyrannic Moron for 51 months. Dabs forcefully.
Brixen for 9 months. Keeping them fresh memes here.
Fisher with a 16-month resub. Welcome back.
Unseen Academical for 11 months. Hello, fine
haven't seen him
people.
in a
How's the after DB cleanup
I
going?
haven't seen it. It's pretty well, actually.
Thanks, volunteers. Ralph the Llama for 15 months says, hey, friendos, I'm loving all the poster moments the VST posted. Thanks for another great desert bus. Yay, VST.
Dirkatronic with a 28-month resub. Welcome back. And yes, thank you, VST.
Nimmy Trick for 2 months. Hype.
Omni Wyvern with a 3-month resub. 100th sub today. Woo!
Woo.
Woo!
Chef Steven for 34 months.
Welcome back.
Gothic Violin for 3 months says, what's up, party people?
In the place to be, it's Gothic Violin and Ninja Mummy Ramses with a 24-month resub. Woo, 24 months. That's like 2 years.
Biggest Fart EU for 4 months. Hey, hey! Glad you're in the EU.
Glodinox for 5 months says, only 5 months? That's a lie. Bracket, it's not.
LaGrange is my homie with a 19-month resub. My life XP went up today. Got my master's diploma finally. Oh, and hey, level 19 on this alert thing. Sweet. Hey, congrats.
Good job, LaGrange is my homie.
Can't believe that rhyming
The
thing
Alan
worked for me.
Heffley for 19 months.
Aquarionics for 43 months. 43 is a centered heptagonal number. We've done that one.
Hibbity bobbity. 21-month resub. Another successful desert bus. Somehow not sick. Well done, everyone. Yeah, we did that a lot better this year.
Crispy042 for 9 months.
Cetralin for 20 months says this will expire before now, Kiss, so take Amazon's money while you check points.
Thank you.
Oh, Cetralin.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Afhoz with the 10-month resub says, heyo! With the happy muffin. You made an amazing costume, by the way, Cetralin.
String Cheese Riot is a new subscriber.
I want to be in that
String
riot.
Cheese Riot.
Criella is a new subscriber. I will be wearing that costume again.
Mr. Wise Guy with an 11-month resub. As I was born 2 months late, so too is my sub baby.
Holy crap.
2 months.
Jekirski for 14 months.
Philippe Modesto for 16 months says thank you for Desert Bus. Finally saw it live. First time in 4 years. It didn't coincide with conferences. It's a good Desert Bus. Good time to come in.
Hot Liquid Jello with an 27-month resub. Thank you also.
Muggsy for 13 months. Cheek point.
Conspicuous Compiler for 20 months says I came in mid-alpaca talk. This is what I sub for.
Heck yeah. Code Felp, a new subscriber. Welcome to the channel, Code Felp.
Pun Spectre for 4 months. Yay, the lures are back.
Chrono
Never left.
Magistrate for 12 months says, yay, hope you're all recovered from DB. It was a blast watching you all again this year, and congrats on the great work. Thank you.
Thank you.
It was a
1
group
year.
effort.
Baby Blue Hippo with a 6-month resub. Welcome back, Baby Blue Hippo.
Obsidian Wolf for 9 months. Oh man, I forgot to prepare a sub, baby. I'm a dad.
JPost42 for 29 months says, got to enjoy most of DB 2017, but glad to see the normal streams again.
Normal stream.
Technic Al, 5-month resub. Hashtag Team Owls for Penelope.
Aw.
Blood for the Core Lab for 17 months. Join that train.
Soul Angel 777 is a new subscriber.
Sound Guy 0DB with a 14-month resub. Looking forward to the Scottish shortbread recipe from the Satellite Clan of the Stewarts. Hey, cool.
Animated Disc for 5 months. Watch most of DB 2017. Barry Harrison's first desert bus.
Congratulations.
Yeah.
Vineyard 42 for 4 months. It's okay, Graham. I think you won Desert Bus, they say.
Thank you. but it's not a competition. But thank you. Lucha Libro with a 5-month resub. I vote Lizard. I vote Kathleen.
It is a competition, and I'm winning.
All right.
Timble4 for 6 months.
Miss Lethal for 10 months.
Green Turtle 69. Nice. 11 months. Great DB. Thank you so much.
And thank you for 2,269 bits
Nice.
from Earthen1, Foxmar 320,
Hotpole Studios.
Hotpole Studios, and Rock Pusha.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you.
Whew. That
That turned
was
so bad.
that was like one of those prairie trains. It
Yeah.
just you get stopped. You're going along
You
and
get
then
stuck at the level crossing, and you're just like,
Yeah.
I'm gonna be here for a while.
who needs this much stuff?
Yeah, Paul, in case you missed it, which you probably would have because it was fairly late in my shift, after being in the driver chair for, I would say, like 9 to 10 hours, I started to get real punchy and just like let out like a huge, just like several long streams of consciousness rambles, and
You know how those go.
one of which ended with vote Lizard, vote Kathleen.
I
In
did
no
see.
specified competition.
I did see a few lots of lizard stuff when
Yeah.
I came in.
Kathleen unleashed the hose, DeVere.
Yeah.
HOSE. She was describing her improv tactic, which is just
Yeah,
unleash the hose.
I have a very special ability, which is I can I can connect my brain directly to my mouth without any other higher neural functions interfering and slowing
which
things
is
down.
not always good,
No.
but it's an amazing skill.
Yeah, it turns out if you're a good person, you should do that, but maybe not if you're actually secretly a turd. Otherwise, you get in trouble.
All right, so that's going to do it because it's 3:30 and I have to go buy a bunch of ingredients.
Yes.
So come back tonight for Tinker Tailor Solar Fries. We make food.
You have to buy a bunch of bread that you can then shorten.
Yes.
I'm assuming that's how you do it.
Yep.
You just take it and put it in a
You
vice.
dehydrate it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then
You make shortbread.
yeah. And it's just it's really just narrow bread in some ways.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you, everybody. We're gonna go away now. So bye.
Bye.
Tinker Tailor is at 6, so in like 2.5 hours.
Yeah. Bye.
Bye.